broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello and welcome to the Modern Family After Show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm your host, Steve Kauffman. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kauffman. That is Kauffmann. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Because you're joining us live on YouTube, I'll be checking into the chat periodically. If you're listening to my voice after the fact, which you shouldn't be, you should be watching us live on YouTube. Everyone should watch us live on YouTube.
Yes.
But if you're not, you can find me on Twitter, but I'm not alone.
Never,
ever.
I'm Adam Salandra. You can find me at Adam Salandra. And we don't mean to shame those of you that are listening or watching not live, of course.
No,
please continue. But why not join the party?
Watch us by whatever means you prefer. All
Just
I'm saying is that if that's around 7 p.m. Western, if you're around, we are live on YouTube.
Yes.
And we like to read the comments. We don't disable the comments.
No.
Like Jay.
So, exactly.
Like Jay now does.
Exactly.
Because he's live for 90 minutes.
That was literally magical for me to see that was going to be the storyline.
I think that hit us both.
It was that. There was so much out loud laughter, true LOLs during this episode.
Very true LOLs.
And I loved it.
I do feel like that hit us in the funny spots.
It really did, of course.
Because we do this all
right, exactly. But so to imagine just doing it at that age, which who knows, when we're that age, what we're going to be.
Oh, man.
It freaks me out.
I know people that age who, I kid you not, say something similar to what he said, which was like, Netflix, they send you the disc.
Yes, right.
They send you the disc. You don't, and like, as a young person in the room, you're just like, God.
Yeah.
Like all the stuff I would have to do to explain that Netflix just streams on your TV. Like,
I'm so much that.
The trips to the Best Buy and the things I'm going to have to lift, including that massive tube TV. Like, I just... Yeah, House of Cards is great. You got to get that third disc. You got to wait for that third disc.
Yes. Can you imagine? And that wasn't even that long ago that Netflix was the disc. So how can they keep up? It makes me nervous. I get annoyed and I laugh, but then I think it's only a matter of time before whatever is around when I'm 70 is going to be throwing me for a loop.
It's already happening.
I know. That's why I'm nervous.
Snapchat.
Exactly.
It's already happening. I've never in my life felt like an old man until I saw Snapchat, and I was like, I literally just don't get this.
Yeah, and we're just getting started. I can feel myself aging as we speak. Let's move on.
Well, no, I was going to divert us away, but this is one of my favorite Jay things this season.
Oh, definitely. It was just so realistic, too. Like you said, like, you've seen older people do this, and they don't even have to be that age. So and he thought it was a hit show, which I loved.
Also, the little touch, the three phone books to elevate the laptop slightly, so it's looking dead on to his eye line.
And he had a whole intro where the paper up and then paper back down. That's brilliant. I love it. I mean, I can't say enough good things about that entire arc.
So that's just going to be supplementary content on the Modern Family YouTube page. Has anyone checked?
It needs to be.
I feel like that's what it's going to be.
And they should end every episode with just a clip of Jay's. What is the name of the show?
Jay Talks.
Yes. They really need to do that.
Which, I'm sorry, but Earls of Wisdom is a much better show name.
Who's that?
Earl.
Oh.
Earl from Closets.
Yeah. Oh, did they say that name? Or the name of that show? Or did
he said he said he was going to, I'm going to do my own show, and it's going to be called Earls of Wisdom.
Yeah, I don't know how I missed that, but...
That's a great show name.
Earl won immediately from that.
Also, I talked a big game about being in the chat on YouTube, and now I can't get it to load. So I apologize.
So
to those of you listening to us after the fact for shaming you up top.
He says, never mind.
And if you're in the chat right now, I will get to it.
Absolutely.
I swear.
He's a technical whiz. He's not like Jay.
I'm a bit of a technical whiz.
His chat is not on 3 phone books.
It is not.
So He'll figure it out.
Up to $10 for this iPad case.
See?
Also, we got a little bit of Manny in Sound of Music.
Yes.
And Manny strikes me as someone who really can't take a bad review versus Jay.
Gloria clearly thought as much and hit all those newspapers. But I laughed out loud at that part too when he was reading the reviews in the paper. I don't remember all of them, but one was like, I'm 16 going on antidepressants.
Oh, man.
Amazing.
That article he was quoting was very pun-tastic, but this whole episode
was, if you're a pun lover,
was just...
you better watch twice.
I was about to say pun glorious, but like... I workshop my puns at this. Like, I don't always have them. But glorious, synonym for glorious that rhymes with pun. Do the work in your head and wind up where I was gonna.
Please put it in the chat room, and if he gets on there, he will read it.
I have to switch to another Wi-Fi network to get into the chat room.
Why is life so hard? And we're not even Jay's age.
But speaking of Jay, you've been doing this a bit. What is your favorite troll comment? And this is not us pimping a negative comment. Don't post negative comments.
Yes.
But some of them are just great.
I don't know if I have a specific one that I can think. Do you have one?
I have one.
Okay.
It was over a year ago. I had just started doing this panel. And one of the top comments was a guy going, "What even is this?"
I love when I write. They're just the most horrible things said about the stuff that I'll post. I mean, it's for a blog. It's not my own blog.
Yeah.
But when I first started, I was like, I'm going to get fired. I can't have these comments. And then I was like, oh, this is the internet. And it's fine. And now I mean, again, don't want to praise them, but just they're so ridiculous that you can't help but be like, this is fine.
Well, because at this point, you have to know your mark. And if you're an internet troll to someone who's on... Right. If you're an internet troll to Jay, you're doing a great job if you get under his skin by, like... Being a negative commenter is all it'll take.
Right.
Whereas, like, someone who's been doing it a long time... To successfully troll them, you would literally, like, to successfully troll me, you would literally have to get under my skin and make a comment about something I'm self-conscious about.
I was gonna say that's the only
like a legitimate,
deep within
like
you.
a legitimate criticism.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, Steve's fat, and I'm like, you should see the pictures of like a long time ago. Steve is not fat comparatively.
You're like, nice try. But now I love that we're basically issuing a challenge. I'm terrified. Like,
no,
you really find our innermost fears.
I have faith in our Modern Family folk.
I do too. Y'all are good people.
Y'all are good people. I've seen some of y'all take down some keyboard warriors.
Yeah. Oh, underneath, like
some troll,
defense.
Like I've seen a lot of, and like AfterBuzz people in general, like in the chat and stuff. Like I've seen a lot of them be real good.
That's great.
Be real. I'm like, yeah, I really enjoyed the Jay stuff. I wanted to talk about it up top.
It was amazing.
Yep, he is 16 going on Prozac.
I love that. Oh yeah, Manny. I thought that the teacher that allowed that to happen was going to somehow be related to Jay. It just looked like it was going to be that way, but it was just a quick couple jokes with Manny, which is fine. I enjoyed
and that's
them.
all we need sometimes.
Absolutely. Actually, none of the kids had a lot of FaceTime this episode.
No, and we had zero Haley in this episode.
Zero, which means zero handy, of course.
No comment.
But we had a quick Alex moment that was funny, and he said see you at Easter because she didn't help him. That was good, but otherwise no kids.
No kids. And we got Luke very briefly
in that moment
asking Alex, "Hey Alex, I just want to talk to you about some stuff." Oh man, that was great.
If it wasn't so obvious, he could have played it right where she'd be like, "Oh, I'm excited you're talking to me about this sort of thing." But he didn't really think too much about it.
No,
he just went for it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Although it must be really difficult to be in high school right now and have to like write a paper. And like write a paper on something because you have to have like an original thought.
Yeah.
Or is that the thing? No one's expected to have original thought. I don't.
Well, it could be that too.
Like everyone's expected for you to just kind of regurgitate a better source than Wikipedia.
Yeah, exactly. It's like if you didn't plagiarize Wikipedia, I
don't know.
Got this.
I think I need to start teaching high school, if only just to see. Like where our young minds change. Like where our young minds are.
Yeah. There's a lot about being in high school I can't imagine, and Snapchat / all social media is one of them. That must make it an entirely different ballgame.
Are they allowed to have their phones in the school? I don't know.
I don't know, but it doesn't even.
My mom's
either
a high
way.
school teacher. I'll text her. I don't.
Okay, good. We can
I'm pretty sure you're not.
source.
I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to have a phone at a high school at all.
I should hope so.
Which
but
sounds like torture.
is that going to happen?
If I were 14, that's all I'd want to do.
Of course.
I'm way older than 14, and that's what I
I
want
was
to
going
do.
to say that's already. We have our phones right here.
Speaking of 14-year-olds,
Yeah.
Cam and Mitch.
Yeah, exactly. Every week.
They're perpetually about 13 to 14-year-old girls.
They really are.
They made that joke recently.
And it was one thing when it was just one of them, but now they're like a pair every week. They're both at that level.
Oh man,
Lucky for us.
This story is fun. Lily's at that age where she's starting to realize that things aren't safe.
Yeah, it's a
But
sad.
but she's starting to realize as well that like they were like, an airplane is as safe as a car. A car's not safe.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because you walk around and like things don't hurt you because you have good parents.
Right.
You have good parents and like so you don't learn to fear anything.
Yeah, but it slowly creeps its way in.
And fear is strange too. Because fear is like this hardwired thing.
Yeah.
That's supposed to protect us from like imminent danger.
Right.
Because our our brethren, like not even that long ago, like 5 or 6 generations ago, had to face imminent danger all the time.
Right. So it was very necessary.
So fear was necessary to be like, Sabretooth, run.
Yes.
That's scary.
Exactly.
Heights, run.
Now, if I have a week of like things are going well, I'm like, I better worry about things that could happen 22 years
I have
from
anxiety.
now. Yeah,
I'm scared.
Oh,
I'm so scared.
I'm constantly scared and trying
So-
to reel it in.
So speaking of like young people and how young people have to react to it, like I guess Lily is in that bit of a first world bubble, if you will, that like her fears and problems are literally, am I gonna eat the pavement on a bicycle?
Right. What a treat.
But
for
in
her.
typical 11-year-old girl fashion, that doesn't go very far. Because it takes her. She must have learned at another time because that like she didn't have
she's like,
training.
I got it.
Well, because it was a bike without training wheels. Like
Yeah.
usually a bike has training wheels.
Right. They must have practiced at another point,
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah.
And there's like a learning curve there.
Yeah.
True story. Do you remember how people tell you you don't ever forget how to ride a bike? I forgot how to ride a bike.
For real?
From the age-
not joking, been wanting to see if someone could disprove that.
I
theory.
literally forgot.
How
I had to be
how much
retaught.
time had passed?
Like not that long, like 8 months.
What?
As a child, I had to be retaught how to ride a bike.
But as a child, I wonder if that makes a difference.
I was a forgetful, kind of stupid, really stupid kid. Actually,
I don't believe that.
I was
I really don't.
dumb kid. I was such a dumb kid. You see the Hogwarts shirt. I was a Hufflepuff.
All right.
The Sorting Hat had got to me when I was 11. I'd have been a Hufflepuff.
So that's that. That's a secret revealed.
That's pretty much.
But it's you know how to ride one now.
Yes, I know how to ride a bike now.
Great.
There are 2 people lurking on our chat.
Yes.
Say something in the live chat. I will shout you out.
You'll be famous.
Unless it's weird stuff.
Yeah, unless it's one of
Unless
those
it's-
insults we were talking
Unless
about.
it's Trolley, then I'll just be like, "Hey, Trolley McGee, get out of my chat."
Yeah, you got to go.
I think Jay would love doing that. Actually,
Yeah, I think he should be able to now embrace the trolls and be like, actually, it's just about the trolls.
I would love to see Jay just like moderating a live chat room of trolls. Of just like, get out of here, get out of here.
Oh my God, Jay's. I can't stop thinking.
You
about how
bring
good that
nothing to the conversation.
was. Yes.
Speaking of being live on YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm sure you've met Kevin Undergaro and Maria
Absolutely.
Menounos, our bosses
Yes,
here.
it's a pleasure.
They have a new show
Yes.
that I'd like to tell everyone about.
I'm excited about it.
Are you curious about a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis?
Yes.
Enjoy hearing stories about behind the scenes of Hollywood? Amused by old TV and movie references? This panel, never.
No, couldn't possibly.
No. Then you'll love The Tomorrow Show with Kevin Undergaro. Join AfterBuzz TV creator and Maria Menounos' fiance, Kevin Undergaro, along with AfterBuzzer co-hosts Roxy Stryer and Ashley Daniels. Roxy Stryer, formerly of this, she
Yes.
guests on this panel, and others for all the insanity. Watch live on Mondays and Thursday nights, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time on thetomorrowshow.com, or subscribe and download free on iTunes. Go to thetomorrowshow.com for more information.
Yes, and that's a good group. Oh, I love that. Mr.
So you
Kamal.
gotta do that.
It's a good group of people, so I recommend doing what the man said.
It's a good pedigree to that group. It's a good group.
Yeah, yes. I like what I'm seeing.
We talk about some fun stuff.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the episode.
Yes, our fun stuff.
The very beginning of the episode, Phil meets Angie at a faux Starbucks.
Yeah.
And We know Phil is into his Condoleezza Rice's and his
did we know
Michelle
this from the
Obama.
past?
Yes,
It sounded familiar, but I wasn't sure.
That is well established that not only does Phil like black women, but he likes very strong, beautiful black women.
Amazing. I don't know how I forgot that because
that's a huge character trait of Phil. He likes
love it.
iPads and strong black women.
But he knew not to tell Claire that.
This happens. Because this happens because men, being men, don't always know what a woman will think.
And think it's just for the
about
best.
how they think about another woman.
Right.
Because Phil would never cheat on his wife.
That's what's funny. There's like he doesn't have to worry. Right.
Like she doesn't have to worry, and she wouldn't worry, and she probably wouldn't even get that upset.
Yeah.
Depending on how he revealed it and handled it.
Sure.
But
yet they both by default were like lying is better, lying is easier, and it just came out.
Yep.
Didn't even have those thoughts actually. It just came out.
And not to mention, like if he showed her one house and then she wasn't interested.
Yeah.
He would have never had to reveal that lie.
Right.
He would have never had to explain it.
Exactly.
But so he takes Angie, and he doesn't show Angie the house next door that was perfect for her.
Yeah.
And then was accused of being a racist.
Which, it got uncomfortable for him.
Well, that's a really difficult thing to prove. It was
for her or for him to unprove it. Yeah.
That it's like, I'm not racist, I love black women.
Yeah, and he's exactly. Meanwhile, shouting it through the street. Not only, like he didn't want his wife to know, but all the neighborhood knows now.
They know.
Yeah, they already knew.
They're already well aware of Phil.
It was really just me that forgot, and even I knew deep down.
I think we all know deep down.
We know what Phil
Meanwhile, Gloria asks Claire to join her at yoga.
Yes.
Because Gloria is upset that the yoga teacher, Ra, which is actually short for Ira,
yes, as it is,
was hitting on Gloria.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, right. You're gonna hit on a woman at your yoga class. Hit on Gloria.
More than likely the one to choose,
unless Claire's there, because
apparently
Ra took a liking to Claire.
I thought that was such a good twist because it is so just assumed that someone would be into Gloria that I didn't even question that when she said that.
Yeah,
and that was funny because obviously it affected Claire and her storyline, but Gloria was a little upset herself.
The setup felt weak because Claire was just like, nope, he's hitting on you.
Right, like it's but okay, I'll come.
And then it was like, can you just come to prove that he's hitting on me? And like her game was so clear up top that it was like, no, he's hitting on you.
Right.
You're asking me to clarify a thing.
Yeah,
he's hitting on
anyway.
You. So like a little bit more could have helped us.
And I really felt like Claire's the type who's like, she's got her schedule going each day. I don't think she can just go to yoga in the middle of the day.
Well, she runs the place now.
I forgot. I was thinking housewife-wise. I forgot she has a full-time job.
But she has a full-time job.
Suspend your disbelief.
She has a full-time job, but she runs the whole place, so she can make the time.
That's true. It's like actually maybe easier because she is one.
She is the boss. Meanwhile, Ira calls her on the phone, and I love this back and forth between Phil and Claire.
I love
that they're both lying to each other about it, and I love the blow up with Phil that he's just like, hey, you get crazy when I do this.
And then he's like, that was not the right thing to say.
I should not have said that.
And it was not.
That was incorrect.
So then she doesn't even admit hers because...
But then Gloria obviously makes the phone call, admits hers, then we get the big thing. We have the tease out, which I thought was going to be Manny, I wanted to see a clip of Manny or him doing a vlog about it or anything like that, right. Or because the Luke Alex, something about Luke and Alex, like more of that conversation. But what we got was we realized that Angie's husband, or likely husband, is into white women.
Yes, yeah.
Which just brings us all full circle.
Did you say Phil Circle?
I did not, but it brings us all Phil Circle. Hashtag Phil Circle.
Yeah, yes.
And that's a great place to... I love it.
It was
do we think Angie and her husband are going to move in next door and become permanent characters? Because that would be awesome.
That would be amazing. I don't think that will happen, but
they introduced neighbors last season that they never really shipped out. Like, it's just, you can just make them the neighbor and then have them come in like twice a season.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like Wilson in a...
No, like they're not regular characters.
Yeah,
exactly. They're just Angie from across the street. Exactly. Like, there's a lot of canon to this show.
Yes. Quick question.
Yes.
Was the joke where Phil had the fake mustache and they said accidentes, which of course we see everywhere in LA.
Yes.
But I've never saw it before LA. Do you think that was like an inside LA joke, or are those other places?
No, they've implied that in the show as well.
Oh, okay.
That there's an accidentes film.
Okay.
That Phil has a doppelganger.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Phil has
Yes,
a
yes.
doppelganger who sells insurance in Spanish.
I love
on
it,
bus
and I
ads.
remember it now.
Now that we've come full circle,
Yes.
I think it's about that time to wrap us up.
I think you're right.
If folks want to throw some puns at you
Yes.
and defend some of your trolls, and like
Come
block
for
out
my
some of your,
trolls.
come for your trolls.
Please do at Adam Salandra, Salandra.
And you can find me on Twitter at Steve Kauffman, that is Kauffmann. I'm also on Instagram, but only on Thursdays, which is tomorrow, Steve_Kauffman. I like to have some fun on Thursdays on Instagram.
Who doesn't?
Thank you so much, and I tweet about my shows regularly. Good night.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.